Alright, in this video I want to go over several easy exercises you can do using a standard foam roller to start loosening up a lot of the muscles and the fascial restrictions to regain some of the lost range of motion that leads to many of the pain conditions that I typically see in my office on a daily basis. So the first one we're going to go over is what's known as thoracic mobilizations. This is to regain some extension into your upper back and is probably the most important of the exercises. So with this one, you're going to lay face up. You're going to start with the foam roller basically right below your shoulder blades or at your lower rib cage area. Hips are going to be firm on the floor, knees bent, feet flat, hands behind the head to support your neck. With this exercise, the emphasis is on the extension portion. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend, opening up the chest, back over the foam roller, and come back up. Now when I come back up, it is not a crunch. I am just relaxing and coming back up. Now this one we will do for repetitions. So you're going to do about 10 to 15 repetitions. And then we're going to walk down slightly. And we're going to slowly work our way all the way up the spine. You will reach a point as you get up higher that you have to adjust your angle to stay on top of the foam roller. Do the best that you can, go as high as you can. Once you get to the point where you can no longer do extensions, you're done and you come back up. That is the first exercise. From there, we're going to go into more of the ones where we're using our own body weight and rolling. So we're going to start by loosening the shoulders. So you're going to roll to your side. The bottom leg is going to be flat on the ground. The top leg is going foot flat and knee up. This gives you a good support to be able to lift your hips and roll. We're going to work through the armpit area, trying to hit the lat and the back side of the rotator cuff. So the top arm, you just want elevated above the foam roller. You're going to raise your hips and you're going to roll through that entire area. You want to do about 10 to 15 passes through here to loosen that muscle, those muscle groups up. From here, we're going to do the outside part of the shoulder. So we're going to tuck the shoulder. Same method, we're going to pop the hips up, and this time we're rolling over the outside all the way to the elbow, trying to hit the deltoids and the rest of the fascial restrictions through that area. So we're going to pop up and roll through here. Same thing, about another 10 to 15 repetitions through this area. From here, we're going to work down into the lower back, trying to hit the obliques and what's known as the quadratus lumborum muscle. So laying on your side, you're not completely straight up, you're not completely flat, kind of at that 45-degree angle. Same exact position that we've just been doing. You're going to raise yourself up and you're going to roll from that lower rib cage down to the top of the pelvis. Loosening that area, another 10 to 15 repetitions. So the last one for the upper half of the body that we're going to do is to roll out the biceps. The biceps tends to get tight on people because of sitting at a computer all day. Being in that position with the elbows bent, we actually build up a lot of restrictions through there, so we want to make sure and release those as well. For this one, you're going to lay face down. The foam roller goes out to the side, and you're going to go thumb down and roll back and forth. Just like with all the other ones, 10 to 15 repetitions. From there, we're going to move to the lower extremities and work on the common restrictions there. The first one we want to work on is the quad, the top of the thigh. So for this one, face down. The leg we are not rolling is out for support, and you're supporting yourself on your forearms. Then you're going to raise up. You can change the amount of pressure by either coming up to your hands, or you can pick up your support leg. But we want to roll over that quad. From there, we're going to flip it around and do the same thing basically for the hamstring. So we're just going to go face up, support leg out, hands on the floor, and we're going to roll here. From here, we're going to go ahead and roll the outside part of the hip. So what we want to do is roll onto that hip so that we're at an angle, we're not just sitting flat. And we're actually going to cross that leg on top so that we emphasize the outer hip muscles and we can get in there a little bit better. Same concept, just rolling back and forth, trying to hit as many of those restrictions, those knots, or those sore points as we can find. Finally, the last one, since we've done the outer hip, is we want to do the inner thigh. So for this one, again, we're going to be face down much like the biceps one, and this time the leg goes on top of the foam roller and you just want to support here, rolling back and forth. And that completes the foam roller exercises. Again, with all of them, stick to a 10 to 15 repetition mark. Keeps it nice and simple. Try to do that at least once a day. The more times you do it, the faster those restrictions get broken up. Thank you.